In the Middle Ages, in a kingdom hidden behind dark forests and foggy lakes, there was a small village called Eldmore. Among the villagers, there is a legend about a creature named Virex, an eternal fog keeper who settled in a valley called Vilmora. Virex is depicted as a giant bat-like creature with broad wings, pale blue glowing eyes, and a body covered in silver scales that only appear when the full moon touches its skin. He is said to have lived for thousands of years, untouched by age and time, because he was bound by ancient oaths. According to legend, Virex was once a knight of the heavenly realm, condemned for leaking secrets from the stars to humans. As his punishment, he is cursed to be a fog-keeper creature, must maintain the balance between human and shadow worlds so as not to destroy each other. Once every 100 years, the fog of Vilmora would thicken to engulf the entire village of Eldmore, and only a chosen child called the Fog responsive was summoned by Virex to answer an ancient puzzle. If the answer is right, the village will survive. If wrong, fog will cover the village for the next 100 years. One night, the fog came back. An orphan named Elric was picked by the fog. He walks alone to the valley of Vilmora, where Virex awaits him on a stone altar, with a heavy sound like thousands of ringing bells. Virex asks, "What grows without roots, arises without seeds, and walks without legs?" Elric bowed down and calmly replied, "It's the cabbage." For the first time in thousands of years, Virex laughed. Her laughter roared, the fog splitting and her blue eyes shining brightly. "Elric," he said, "you've paved the way. Deliver me from my curse, and thou shalt be a new guardian." And since then, Elric has never been seen again in Eldmore. But every time the fog comes down, villagers are no longer afraid, because they don't. And since then, Elric has never been seen again in Eldmore. But every time the fog comes down, the villagers are no longer afraid, because they know that their guardian is now man who has conquered the mist puzzle.